Hugo Kupka's dead, isn't he? We don't have to live in fear of him anymore.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really? Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Kupka. Oh, but when I close my eyes... Only I don't know how. I wish you were here. Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
Here for another of my lectures. Allow me to educate you. Study it well, Clive. Very good. We need to find a way into Drake's tail. And we will. Together, this time.
A seed of ingenuity sown in a fertile line. By long travail of helping hands shall their fruition find.
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
It's no joke.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should... Blackthorn.
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on, and you might still be doubting your craft. Even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog, but still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him. He's just, well...
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but you could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling.
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being
You're a soft touch, you know, but I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this. You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn.
Running around after him?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight, which made it nice and easy.
Can you tell me who bought it?
You think I tell people who my clients? Suppose you're not likely to go. Fine. If it's Lord Ignac's the man you want, Dalmekian bloke, collects weapons and the like, and he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's...
I appreciate the warning. How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
The same Drake's fang.
Back
is
again,
gone.
are you?
The whole mother
Any more
crystal
trouble and you'll be
gone.
barred for life.
What are we
However
gonna do?
deep your friend's pockets might be.
We don't know for sure. It could have just been a tremor.
Here, you. Listen. I've got this theory. The Fallen. I don't think they all fell. Some of them are still living among us. You could be one of them. I could be one of them.
Welcome. If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. One of our wealthier patrons has purchased the use of every room, hoping to keep out the riffraff, as he puts it.
My reputation will be ruined.
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg.
Pardon the intrusion.
Out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't...
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get...
Very good. Would you mind stepping outside for...
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? No, no, no. That's just how his lordship is.
He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also...
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stock. A single-edged sword. It was
Ah, you know, lady?
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my...
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet and quiet, every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence.
That will be very kind.
Farewell.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
Got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my... What shall I call you?
Wyvern.
A formidable... Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Radim here tells me you wished for an...
A few moments of your time should suffice.
You're a peculiar...
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged...
Oh, a true work of art. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond, and is used exclusively by the they believe No combat should ever exceed a single strike. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that there's a brute.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal. Take this, the very stone of which I spoke, and a far more.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship.
I am locked in bitter competition. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous.
There are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider mine is a perennial. Farewell, Wyvern, may our paths redeem! We mustn't...
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Byron defines it now. Let's see what Black... Sorry for the wait, but hopefully he'll agree it was worth...
You learned something about that sword?
I did better than that.
Hey, a whetstone?
Yes.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on one hit and all done it. Might not be so bad if all you ever fought. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you...
Even so, is there some way it could be...
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Just imagine it. Good Valisthian steel with an edge as sharp as any. I won't make a copy, nah.
Oh, I'm sure the curse just...
I've been working day and night since I was half your age. And I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, I owe you one. August 2. It's good.
You'll be happy to hear.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade. You come and find me.
Right.
Back, are ya? What's that for you, dear? Anything else?
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
Torgor. I got your note. You think something's wrong with...
So you can read. But I didn't say how were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled bread. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of him. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy?
What was it you said he was?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever...
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything.
Lawsman, I need to ask...
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have...
I rather think she might be right. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, if we assume that his newfound magics require additional... It may well be that the Bones Lady Karen frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that...
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures... The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took...
Even so.
Good hunting, Clark.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
Straight home now. No mistakes. certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Now, will it be enough? I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsman up. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. So, Molly's leftovers, that'll teach me for treating you like you're still... All right, now we know what you're after. I can see about getting some...
Speaking of which, I brought one for later.
You can, aye. In return, you can thank Tomes.
I was just a moment.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, lawsman. You pointed us in a...
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
Ah. But that reminds me. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in...
About how she somehow...
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which the Fenrir of legend served she... And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply...
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even, in short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I... And that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to... One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected...
He has seemed more...
And if I'm not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still.
crack the crystal too.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking?
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Clive.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Oh, don't make me listen. A little. Listen. I've some... And it's maybe my fault. Sadly, that square... I can straighten it out, I swear, but I'm gonna need help keeping...
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are!
So let me get this straight. And instead of coming straight to... You get Clive to come to you. The man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. Well, who need...
Oh, just Martha. And the dame.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends...
Each. 5. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some...
We have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the King's ransom we had off him, he deserves better. Besides, we'll need to learn to...
All right. But that doesn't mean... Is there anything I can do?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to...
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. A little something, Sid Nice, and I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates...
I'm sure there will be.
But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to what?
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your play.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because... you'd rather...
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you.
Well...
Don't worry.
Really?
No.
Clive, we weren't...
I wasn't expecting to be, but it seems we still owe you and though I doubt it's what you were expecting.
star, Ruby. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me anyway. Why are you the one here asking a bit much, sending the Lord Marquis out to sell your debts, innit? The old goat working...
Something like that. Most days I think he's the...
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, Sid may have been the face of the hideaway. But Otto, and when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it.
His death was hard on everyone. But
he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in... And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep...
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has finally spread to the world.
Did you hear? The gates to Heavenhall in the area were breached by someone. Or something.
I want to see you again tonight. But the captain's late with our pay.
It's all right.
Time was there were great coin sacks swinging from every belt in town. Not anymore. Since the capital moved, they're all shriveled to the size of peas.
Seeing as business is scarce these days, the Dame decided we should all learn to read. I only wish she had some smaller books. My arms ache something fierce.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc? Still no caravan from the Dominion's perfumeries yet, then?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Oh my.
Otto asked me to get to settle the hideaway's debt with and to...
You disappoint me. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to... The man owes me nothing. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, and for Otto's. For all of us.
It is. Otto is lucky to have... I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you...
Otto had a son.
Long ago. Yes. Then blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened. Whether there was anything he could have done. But it was clear that it...
I didn't know.
How could you have? Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his son. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help.
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Good. So Lady Karen accept...
Ah, but she was just too stubborn. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could...
Karen refused...
I hope it wasn't so nice.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever.
Oh, one.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall that. I may have tossed a talent or two in, but those were donations. And you can hardly...
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who...
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's...
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which,
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you, then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the...
I knew so little about...
most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to... How long did you know Sid?
Before he died. 20 summers. Back in the day. I was a purser on a trade. He bought passage to... I forget where. And we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duty. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making... But me and Sid stayed close. Promising we'd one day sail the sea. That was... But the magic woke inside my son soon after his first night, and there was no hiding.
Couldn't you and your family?
My family were the ones who wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they... Luckily, it was him who stood beside me when all I wanted, him who cried for me, him who swore he'd do everything. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army, won't throw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else... I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me, just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather Goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? You earned this. Come Come again. I may have more for you.
Clive! It was luck, and luck alone. But now... thank you. Quick look. Think you can help?
Think Mid might need some help.
Well, that's it then. I'm buggered. Here, Sid. Reckon you might...
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this a lovely bit of kit, yes? Bunging a solution you want. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the... which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too.
Proper.
So what exactly do you need for the...
Nothing but Bob Ashell gave me a sample she'd obtained from the universities. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear. So, I did a bit of reading about what... And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king.
I take it that's where I come in.
I saw a billet on the hunt board for one. Just would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great...
All right.
Thank you.
When it comes to boyish charm, Goots has an indomitable rival.
There's talk that the glass gate...
Did you hear? The gates to Heaven Hall in the Airy were breached by someone. Or something. The steward was in town earlier looking for men to come in.
All anyone ever wants.
Fresh cuts! Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin.
We're not alone.
This won't be easy. You deserve a rest. Come on. Time to fight. No need to ride from here.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia. Thanks, girl. Time to fight. After it.
Company.
Ready, go?
This won't be easy.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
to the stables, girl. No need to ride from here. Here. Greetings, Your Majesty. There's a good boy. rain is over. Now to collect the ash. I should probably have brought a bucket. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If a wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Think Mid might need some help.
All right there, Sid. How's that hunt for the...
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Right then. There we have it. The Telemon Alembic.
Very impressed.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder.
There's no need.
Don't be... Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep...
What?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. But I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough.
Well...
That's the spirit. Well,
it certainly feels...
Right?
Thank you.
Nona, for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, and I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Is that the thing
He cracked the crystal too.
Faster!
You deserve a rest.
Fly, Ambrosia!
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Safe. So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to...
Really?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up...
I take it there's danger.
Oh, what about this fearsome looking?
Oh, no doubt. There's... Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant...
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran...
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a think...
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation...
We may have...
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand... At least you'll pocket a reward for your...
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them...
You've clearly got a fine head on those.
We're lucky you came now. Hoping to make a heavy purse in Bocklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with us. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits...
All right.
No. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take him.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
Nice try.
Too slow.
Titan!
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of him.
Seems we've found ourselves...
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing.
And how exactly will he be getting his...
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be...
You've done your part. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need. What if we want his help?
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least.
The path continues on the other side. So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
Then we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing
It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sambrec.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Grieger, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sambrec.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrec, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, But you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast. Come on.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
They've closed the road to Randalar.
If the siege breaks, they'll need more than this to stop the Imperial legions marching on the capital.
Oh, I'm done for. I can't get these goods to Randalar. How will I pay for them?
If you haven't got a pass, you're not getting through. Please, I'm begging you.
Ambrosia won't help me here.